Enchanted fam, happy holidays and welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. You're in for a treat. Today's video is a collaboration video amongst myself and a bunch of other Disney YouTubers celebrating Thanksgiving, or what we like to call Disgiving, which I'm very excited about. If you are brand new here, my name is Rita. I post mostly Disney content, but some lifestyle content mixed in there, so it's kind of fun. We have a blast here. And this video is going to be a little bit different than most because I normally don't do like cooking videos, but in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I gotta make a recipe for you guys, which is what you're gonna see from pretty much everybody who is participating, is some type of a recipe, dessert, side dish, main dish, cocktails. You're gonna have tons of options. So the person that has hosted this Disgiving is Jasem over at Awesome Jasem. He hosted this last year and it was a blast, and he's hosting it again this year. I will have my last year's video linked and the playlist linked from last year, so you can have even more videos to watch, more ideas to you know, think of for the holiday time. These recipes that you see in our videos you can use for Thanksgiving, you can use for Christmas. It really is pretty much interchangeable, so definitely check out the description below. I will also have everybody participating this year also in the description box down below. So the recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is a cream corn casserole dish, and I think it's just a very easy side dish that you can make that is quick. It literally takes like 5 minutes to put together. Throw it in the oven, it does its thing, and it's creamy, it's a little bit cheesy, and it's delicious. So let's go ahead and get into the kitchen. I will show you some or I'll tell you some tips along the way, like a make ahead tip and all of that. So let's get in the kitchen and I'll show you how to make this bad boy. First thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 355 degrees. You're going to need a box of Jiffy corn muffin mix, 8 ounces of sour cream, a can of corn. You will have to drain this, cream style corn, a stick of butter, and a cup of cheese. Make sure you grate it yourself. Don't use pre-shredded. It just doesn't melt the same. Next up, you're going to just throw literally every ingredient into a bowl except for the cheese. So you're going to leave the cheese behind. Once again, don't forget to drain the can of corn. And once you're done mixing everything together, this is where you can stop, put it inside of a 9x13 baking dish, and then put it in the refrigerator and let it sit. You can actually let this sit for up to 2 days, so you can make this like 2 days ahead of time. You're not going to bake it, you're just going to have it pre-mixed, and then you'll put it in the refrigerator, and then the day of you'll want to get it to like room temperature, like leave it out for about 30 minutes, and then you can go ahead and bake it. So it's just a nice little make ahead. Just, on Thanksgiving Day, things can get really hectic, and just to have one dish already almost made and ready to go just to pop in the oven just really saves on some time. So that is an option. The other option is obviously just cooking it the day of. So you're going to go ahead and mix all of your ingredients. Remember to melt your butter before you put it in. And then you're going to grease either a 9x13 baking dish, or you can grease a 10-inch skillet. I love doing things on a skillet. Anything cast iron I love, so I opted for putting this into a cast iron skillet, which you will see me do right now. So don't forget to spray that baby up a bit and just pour it in. Once you have your mixture in your cast iron, just make sure you kind of spread it out evenly so it covers the whole entire pan. And then you will be putting this in the oven for 45 minutes. I actually would say closer to like 40 minutes. Start checking on it, because around the 40-minute marker my crust started, like the edges started getting already like kind of crust, like there was a crust to it. And so you obviously don't want the edges to burn. So I checked it around like 40 minutes. The edges were already looking a little bit like crispy. So I went ahead and put the cheese on top. So that is the next step you're gonna do. This is where the cheese comes in. And just spread it all around. You can use more cheese if you want. The recipe just calls for 1 cup of cheese. And then you're going to put this back into the oven for just a couple minutes. Like I said, just keep an eye on it. You don't want anything to burn. You do want the cheese to be completely melted and also crisp up a bit, because we all love some crispy cheese on top of anything. At least I do. And that's it, you guys. Your creamed corn casserole dish is complete. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the recipe. It is now time to taste test this. So I can, if you saw in the video, like it's kind of hard for me to decide if I wanted to cut it into like a pie and then scoop it, or like, and like, you know, just scoop it out like a pie, or just get a spoon and just scoop it out. It kind of depends on how you want to serve it. I think if I was doing this for like a party, I would probably do it more into like a pie, maybe not as big as I did, and then maybe like on a platter, just kind of space it out, or just serve it on somebody's plate while you're serving dinner. Either one, or get a spoon, and if your family's good with it, just scoop whatever you want, I feel like, because it's not as thick enough as like a cornbread. It is a little bit creamier than that, so it's not as like, you can't just like pick it up and hold it like cornbread, if you know what I mean. So let's just go ahead and try this. I have my super cute little Winnie the Pooh mug. It's more Christmassy than Thanksgiving, but it's the holiday season and I love this little mug, or little bowl I should say, not mug. So here is how it looks. I just scooped out a little bit of it, and I have a part with like cheese, so it's gonna be cheesy and creamy. Let's give this a go. So it looks like this. It's gonna focus. Let's see if it'll focus on it. It looks kind of like eggs on camera. It's not eggs, I promise. Okay, it just came out, so it's probably hot. I mean, it pretty much just tastes like cornbread, but like a creamy version of cornbread. And then the cheese just gives it nice saltiness. I think if you want it a little bit more sweet, you can probably add a little bit of sugar to it, because I know some people will add sugar to their cornbread as well, but I actually enjoy it. It's a nice little just side dish instead of like a cornbread if you didn't want to do that. I can't wait for the hubby to try this. I think he is gonna like it because he likes cornbread and things of that nature, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna enjoy it. But he's busy working on the house because we do have Thanksgiving that we are hosting this year, and I probably will make this dish just as a new dish for my family to try. And I'll report back in the comments down below if they enjoyed it. But in any case, I hope you guys have a very, very happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. I hope it's amazing. I hope you get to spend time with family. And if you recreate this dish, I will have the recipe in the description box down below for you guys. If you recreate it, please tag me, whether that's on Instagram. If you make a YouTube video on it, tag me in there. I want to see it if you make it. So happy holidays, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.